Okay, so today we will be doing some riddles that involve fractions. So my question is, how does a boat show affection? So what you're going to do is you have to work out each of these fraction questions on the left and then match the answers with the sentence on the right. Okay, so let me make an example for you. Let's work out I together, right? So 4/1 multiplied by 8/2. So you can either say 8 times 4, which is 32, divided by 2, which is 16, or you can cross cancel, right? Meaning you can say 2 goes into 2 once. Okay, let me see if I can write here. Can say 2 goes into 2 once, and it goes into 4 twice, and then you're left with 2 times 8, which is 16. So wherever you see a 16, you will replace it with I. So the first letter we know now is I. Does everyone understand how this works? So if you think you have gotten the whole sentence, then you will raise your hand. I will ask you to tell us what the answer is and maybe give us a short explanation of how you got all the answers, okay? So don't cheat because I'm going to ask you to explain yourself. Okay. Okay.
Kat,
before we start, yes.
Kat, sorry, Pumuzile and Sihle have got hands up.
Yes. Before we start, let me check. Okay, Pumzile, go ahead. What's your question?
Ma'am, I wanted to ask, are your answers in the simplest form?
Yes.
All of them?
All of them.
Oh.
Okay. Okay, next is Sihle.
Hi, ma'am. I just wanted to ask, can we take a picture of this activity and do it after this lesson?
You have to do it during the lesson because what are you going to do during the lesson if you don't work it out? You're welcome to take a picture, but remember, we're working for points here, right?
Okay.
So do it during the lesson and then you can take a picture if you don't figure it out and try and do it later on, okay?
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Latita, there we go. Latita. Okay, guys, if you don't have any questions, you may go ahead and start. You may start trying to solve this riddle. And then once I'm done with the questions, I will lower all your hands. All right. So from then on, you will only raise your hand if you have the answer. Okay, Latita is not responding. Kamuhelo?
Ma'am, I was saying, ma'am, I'd like to say the answer for S.
No, you have to work out the whole sentence.
Yes, ma'am, I already worked it down.
The whole sentence.
Ma'am, basically, ma'am, S equals to 2/9.
No, wait. You have to tell me what the sentence says. You cannot tell me letter by letter, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, so figure out the whole sentence.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, Babalo. Babalo.
Grade 7s and 8s, if you guys have a question that possibly teacher Lee or I could answer, could you pop it in the chat for us and then lower your hands? Because it might get a bit overwhelming.
Yes.
Okay.
Babalo.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes. What's your question?
Ma'am, so, ma'am, if you were to try to answer as an example, can we say, let's say the thing is 7/6 and 3/7. can we do it like an X? Or like, let's say 7 times 7, and then 3 times 6. And then when you get those answers, you say 6 times 7 for those two bottom ones. And then you add those two up to get your answer.
Okay, wait. You said, I got confused while you were speaking. So you want to multiply 7 and 7.
Yes.
And then?
You say 3 times 6.
Okay, and then?
After that, you go to these bottom ones, 6 and 7. And then you times those together.
You know why you can't do that? That only works when you have an equation. As in, if you have 7 over 6 equals 3 over 7, okay? Then you can cross multiply and put them equal to each other. Here you can only either cross cancel, meaning how many times does 7 go into 7, or you can multiply the numerators first and the denominators and then simplify. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Welcome, ma'am.
Naomi?
Sorry, ma'am, but I'm still lost. I understand the equation. It's just that I don't understand where you put your answers.
Okay, so once you've figured out the answer, let's look at my example here, right?
Yeah.
With I. Once you've figured out that your answer is 16, which it is for I, then wherever you see a 16 on the side, you will put a I. So as you put the letters in, it will spell out something. So once you have that whole sentence, then you can raise your hand and we'll hear how you got your answers, each individual answer, and what your sentence is. Okay.
So, ma'am, can I just ask, so does that mean that if you get your answer, you just place the letter on top of the answer?
Yes, yes. You match the answer with the letters.
Oh, okay. Thanks, ma'am.
Pleasure. Wepelo. Wepelo.
Ma'am, I didn't actually understand what must we do.
Okay. So let me do the same example, okay? With you. So watch carefully, right? We have a bunch of sums on the left, right?
Yes.
So you have to solve each of the sums. So I'm taking, okay, let's take G. Let's solve the sum for G, right? It's 7 over 6 multiplied by 3 over 7.
Yes.
Okay, so I said you can either solve it by saying 7 times 3, which is, how much is 7 times 3?
7 times 3, 4, 6. Hey, ma'am.
It's 21, right? Oh, geez, my handwriting. Excuse my handwriting, guys. It's, yeah. But yeah, 7 times 3 is 21. And what is 6 times 7? Are you there?
Sorry, ma'am, it undid me.
Okay, so what's 6 times 7?
7, 28.
No, it's 40. Jeez.
Oh,
42,
sorry, ma'am.
right? And
Yes.
then you simplify it. So you check which number can we divide 21 and 42 by? What number is that?
3.
Okay, but the highest number, 21. Do you agree that 21 can be, 42 can be divided by 21? Do you agree?
No.
Okay, well, 42 divided by 21 is 2, okay?
Okay.
So it's 2, and 21 divided by 21 is? What's a number divided by itself equal to?
1.
1. So the answer is a half. So now you go to your right hand side, okay? Now you
Okay.
found out that G is the same as a half, right?
Okay.
So wherever you see a half, which is there, you are going to replace it with
G.
G. There we go. So you're going to keep doing that until you find what the whole sentence spells out, okay?
Okay.
All right. Okay, Galaxy A2 Core.
Ma'am, I wanted to ask if the sum. I need to, we've got a sum, then you do it again on the side. Ne?
Yes.
Then if we have to place the sum, maybe the answer with the letter, how do I do it? In my screen or on the side?
No. Just do it on a piece of paper, okay? Do it on a piece of paper so you can see what the letter spells out, because you can't write on the screen, only I can, right?
Okay.
So get a piece of paper, work them out one by one, and then tell me what your answers are after that.
Kat,
Mm-hmm.
can I just make a suggestion? Rather
Okay.
than writing in yellow, rather write in a darker color because it's quite hard to see the yellow.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'll write in something different. Okay, Rahida. Okay, everyone who has a question, please type in the chat, because I see that some people say they have the answer and I don't want to stumble upon the answer while I am trying to answer questions. Everyone with their hands up, type your question in the chat. So we can lower the hands. If the hands are still up, I assume you still have a question. Rahida, please type your question in the chat. And Tembisile. Tembisile, do you still have a question? Okay, let me check. Tembisile, are you there? No? Okay. Want to lower your hand? If you have a question, please pop it in the chat. If you can't hear me, then check for, on the bottom left, there should be a mic icon there. It says mute. So check for that icon and press on it. If your device requires permission, then say yes, give permission. Then you should be able to hear me, okay? If it doesn't work, then maybe try leaving and rejoining the meeting again. Okay, I got a question that says, how will you know where you're supposed to put the letter? Guys, you can put the letter in more than one place, okay? So if there was another 16 here, you can put an I again there. And if there was another 16 here, then you put an I again there. Do you understand? Who asked that question? Maria. So everywhere where you see the 16 or where you see an answer that corresponds, you put the letter, okay? You're welcome.
Grade 7s, just a reminder, you can also ask Teacher Coco or myself, Teacher Lee, if you've got a question. You don't just have to ask Teacher Kat. We're also here to help you.
Bhumi, you can't go on the group chat, okay? So you can either chat to me or Teacher Coco or Teacher Kat. I mean, Teacher Lee, sorry. Teacher Lee. This is grade 7s and 8s, guys. Grade 7s and 8s. Remember, when you are multiplying, your denominators do not have to be the same. Okay, that's only when you are adding or subtracting. So when you are multiplying, you're allowed to just multiply them out. Okay, I said if you are done, then you raise your hand. Whoa, okay, who's that? Charlie. Boucher. Okay, let's wait a bit for others to finish, and then first one will give us the answer. Okay, so wait a few minutes just for everyone else to finish the sum, and then you're going to take it away for us, Charlie. Okay, to everyone who came late and who doesn't know what's going on, there are sums on your left that you need to solve. Okay, so you're going to multiply each sum out and get answers. For instance, if you multiply out 4 over 1 times 8 over 2, you're going to find that the answer is 16. So wherever you see a 16 on your right, you're going to replace it with I. Okay. Okay, only 5 people are done so far. Let's wait a few more minutes. Okay, I think I'm going to just give you one more minute, and then we're going to go ahead and give the answers, okay? Few seconds. Three, two, and one. Okay, Charlie, I'm gonna unmute you and you're gonna first tell me what the sentence is and then tell me how you got each of your answers, okay? Charlie, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Go for it. What does the answer say?
The answer that I got is it hugs the shore.
It hugs the shore. So how does A boat show affection and hugs the shore. Okay, let's go to our letters. Tell us how you found your answers.
So, ma'am, for G, 7 over 6 times by 3 over 7 equals to a half, which is 1 over 2.
Okay, how did you get that? Did you use your calculator?
No, ma'am. I timed the numerators together and the denominator.
Okay, all right. Okay,
well,
so this was...
I did cross cancelling for how many times does 3 go into 6? Twice, and how many times does 3 go to itself, which is 1. So your answer would therefore be 1 over 2.
A half, right? Because 7 goes into itself once, and there as well, once. So it's 1 times 1, which is 1, and 2 times 1, which is 2. So G is a half. Okay, so wherever you see a G, you're going to put, wherever you see a half, you're going to put G. So it's one of them. Okay, next.
And then for I, we have 4 over 1 times by 8 over 2. So I did cross cancelling again, and I said, how many times does 2 go into 4, which is twice, and how many times does 2 go into itself, which is once? So your new sum will be 2 over 1 multiplied by 8 over 1, which will give you 16 over 1. So your answer is 16.
16. Well done. Okay, let's give someone else a chance. Okay, there were some other people who said they finished. So let's see how other people worked it out. Okay, the next person is Buhle Wenkosi. Buhle, give me some of your answer. Buhle, are you there? Okay, let's move on. Motebang.
Okay. May I do number A, number O?
Okay, that's fine.
Number A, I decided to times 8 times 1, which makes 8. And 16 times 4 makes 64. I divided by 8 makes 1 over 8.
Oh, geez. Wait. I don't know what just happened. Cancel.
So I think it's number A. That's the answer, 1 over 8. But I think I got it wrong.
Okay, wait. Okay, so you said at the bottom is 64.
16 times 4, yeah.
Okay.
I said 64. And then I divided by 8.
Okay. So the answer is 1 over 8. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you use this one?
The sum?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I did the sum, but
you don't use it in the sentence, right? We don't have a 1 over 8 here. Okay.
Oh.
Yes. Okay, so do O quickly.
I'm already done with O.
Oh, what was the answer?
Well, I'm going to do the sentence. 11 times 2 makes 22. 22 times 11 makes 22. So I divided by 2. Then it makes 11. Then I divided by 11. And
or you can say 22 divided by 22, which is a number divided by itself, is 1. Right?
Yeah. Then
yes. So wherever you see a 1, which is there, you're going to put O, right?
Yeah, I was going to say the answer is 1.
Yes. Okay, so guys, we're going to move on to the next one. So the answer is supposed to be it hugs the shore. Okay, so if you didn't get it right, you can try it on your own and see whether you can get the same answer as me. Okay, is everyone okay? We're moving on now. Okay, what do spiders eat for dinner? So this one is a little bit different, right? We don't have equations, but we have to simplify our fractions. So let's start with 6 over 15. What can go into both 6 and 15? Okay, let's see. If you have your hand up, I assume you want to answer, so I'm gonna choose you, okay? Okay, Sishe, what can go into 6 and 15?
3.
3, right? So 3 goes into 6 how many times? Sishe?
6 can go into 3 2 times.
3 can go into 6 2 times, and it goes into 15?
5 times.
How many times? 5 times, right?
Yes,
so the simplified one for this is 2 over 5. And then you go check your letters. Is there anyone with a 2 over 5? Anyone with a 2 over 5 is? Fiona?
Yes,
Which
ma'am.
letter is it? Which letter is 2 over 5?
C.
Fiona, there we go. So you're gonna put a C. So do we all understand this one? Okay, so, okay, you can keep going and then I'll try to help some people in the chat who don't understand, okay? Everyone lower your hands, lower your hands. We haven't started yet. Remember, you must get the whole sentence before you respond. Before you raise your hand, you must get the whole sentence, right? Okay, someone's hand is up. Do you have a question or are you trying to give me the answer? Aluswe doesn't understand. Okay, let me try and explain again for everyone. So you're going to simplify the fractions that we have down here at the bottom. Okay, so once again, it's going to spell out an answer, a sentence. Okay, so I remember I showed you with the first one, it was 6 over 15. So when you're simplifying, you need to check what is the highest common factor. So the highest common factor of 6 and 15 is 3. So you check how many times can 3 go into 6, which is twice. And how many times can 3 go into 15, which is 5 times. So your new answer is 2 over 5. Then you have to go check in all your letters, which one corresponds with the 2 over 5, which is C. So you're going to put a C there. Guys, it is possible to repeat letters again. So if you get a 2 over 5 again somewhere else, after you've simplified, then you are allowed to use C again, okay? You're allowed to repeat letters. Okay, people with their hands up, I'm assuming you're done. Because if you have a question, please type it in the chat. Let's give them a few more minutes. And then we'll discuss the answer. Galaxy A2 Core. You will be answering this for us. Okay, your hand was up first. And then Kiddo and Masodi. So those 3 people can get ready. If you want to use a calculator, you need to still be able to explain it to me, okay? So you can't just type it into your calculator. You need to explain how you got the answer. If you need to use your calculator for dividing or something, then that's fine, but you can't cheat and use the calculator throughout, okay? Okay, I'm gonna give you 1 more minute, and then we're answering. Okay, time is up. Let's see. I said Galaxy A2 Call. There we go. Galaxy, sorry, I don't know your name.
Ma'am, it's Kanya.
Kanya. Okay, Kanya, go for it. What does the sentence say?
Ma'am, I got an answer for 12 over 28.
No, you have to do the whole sentence, guys. Remember, you have to do the whole sentence. You can't only do parts of the sentence, okay?
Oh. Ma'am, do we do the first 4 letters or the whole?
The whole sentence.
Oh, ma'am, I'm still working on it.
Okay.
You?
Okay, kiddo, do you have the answer? Guys, only raise your hand if you know the full sentence, okay?
Yes, ma'am, I have an answer.
Okay, what does the sentence say?
I have an answer for 12 over 28.
No. Guys, listen to instructions, right? I said you have to know the whole sentence. So you have to know the whole this whole word and this word and this word and this word before you raise your hand, okay? I'm not going to let you give me letter by letter, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, Collins, if your hand is up, I'm assuming you have the whole sentence. right? Collins, go for it.
Hi, ma'am. I'm almost done. I just want, can I quickly get a minute?
Lower your hand if you're not done, guys. Lower your hand if you're not done. Masodi.
Ma'am, I got for the first sentence. The first sentence is
sentence. The whole sentence, okay? You can't do words.
Oh, okay.
The whole sentence. I'm going to say it one more time. If your hand is up, I'm assuming you have the whole sentence, as in this word plus this word plus that word plus that word. Okay, I'm going to try again now. Boka, do you have the sentence?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Okay, what does it say?
Corn on the cobweb.
Corn on the cobweb. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, let's try other people to help us get letter by letter. So your sentence is supposed to say corn on the cobweb. Okay, Zukanye, give us a letter or two. How did you get them? Zukanye?
Yes, ma'am.
There we go. Give me, simplify one of these for me.
I asked myself which number that goes into 6 and 15, and it's 3.
Okay, we already did the first one, right? Choose another one that we have not done. Yes, that's fine.
Okay. So yes, which number that goes into 12 and 28?
And that is
4.
Okay. And how many times does it go into 12?
3 times.
3 times. And how many? Oh, goodness. Okay, wait. Okay, 3 times. And how many times does it go into?
28.
28?
4 goes into 28 7 times.
7 times. So this simplified answer is 3/7, which corresponds with which letter?
It corresponds with O.
Oh. Okay, so the people who didn't understand, are you sort of getting what's happening now? I think we're sort of getting the hang of it. Let's do the last one. Tepang. Let's see. Tepang. Are you there? Okay, Tepang's not there. Takalani.
Ma'am, ma'am, must I do any?
Yes, anyone.
Okay, ma'am. So I said 15/24. Which can go 3 times.
Okay, 3 can go into both of them, right? That's what you mean. Okay.
Yes,
so how many times does it go into 15?
5 times.
5 times. And how many times does it go into 24?
8 times.
8 times. So it's 5/8. And which letter does it correspond with?
Ma'am,
just check on the screen. Which letter is next to 5/8?
Ma'am,
it is
R.
R. There we go. Okay. Okay, so the answer is corn on the cobweb. If you didn't get it, take a picture and try it again on your own, okay? Okay, if you didn't get it, take a picture and try it again on your own. I just wanted to show you that, remember I said you can repeat letters, right? So let's check for O. 12 over 28 and 9 over 21 have O's, right? So when we simplify 9 over 21, we check which number goes into both of them, which is a 3. So 3 goes into 9 3 times, and it goes into 21 7 times. So that is also 3 over 7. So again, you put a O there. So don't worry about repeating letters. They're supposed to be repeating, right? Is everyone feeling good about this one? Okay, there are a lot of questions. Type your questions in the chat, guys. If your hand is up, I'm assuming you have a question. Okay, we're gonna move on. Okay. This is our last one, right? What do you call a parrot that skips class? Okay, so we're back to doing sums. Ntekelo, I will explain again. Remember I said you're gonna do the sum that's next to the corresponding letter. So you're gonna say 1 over 3 multiplied by 9. Is there someone talking? Okay, I thought I heard someone. Okay, multiply by 9, which you can put over 1. Okay, then you say, how many times does 3 go into 3? And how many times does 3 go into 9? So 3 goes into itself once, and it goes into 9 3 times. So the answer for this is 1 times 3, which is 3. So wherever you see a 3 down here, you will replace it with a here and there. There we go. So do the rest of them. If your hand is up, I'm assuming you have a question. Bulela. Bulela, do you have a question? Okay, Naomi?
Ma'am, this one looks very hard. I did try to understand the first part, but the problem is, on the previous sum, my letters were wrong because I actually forgot. I didn't know that you were supposed to have 2 of the same letters, but now I know, and now this is a bit confusing.
Okay, you're not supposed to have 2 of it. You can have 2 of the same letters. Okay, if a number repeats itself, it means the letter will repeat itself. Do you understand?
Yes.
But for instance, let's look at 4. There's only one 4. So whichever letter goes with 4 will be the only one. Do you understand?
I'm a bit lost. Sorry, ma'am.
Okay, let's start with working out the sums on the board. Let's start with that. Start there and then you'll raise your hand and I'll help you from there on. Okay. Solve all the sums on the board. Zukanye, do you have a question?
Yes, ma'am. How do you solve the sums on the board?
Multiplying fractions. Is that your, how do you multiply fractions?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, you're supposed to have, are you new to Watobe? Which grade are you in?
Grade 8.
Grade 8. So you're supposed to have done this already, right? But let me refresh your memory. You saw how I did the first one, right? Said 1 over 3 times 9, but 9 can be written as 9 over 1. And then you cross cancel, meaning the ones you just leave alone, but you check what number can go into 3 and 9, which is 3. Do you agree?
Yes.
Okay, so you say how many times does 3 go into itself? and that's once. And how many times does 3 go into 9, which is 3 times. So after you've simplified, you just multiply. Okay, so 1 times 3 is 3.
3.
And 1 times 1 is 1. But 3 over 1 is the same as just 3. So after you got that, you will go back down and check, where do I have a 3? And every place where you have a 3, you replace it with a A, because we said A goes with the 3s. Do you understand now?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Okay, everyone else, please type your messages in the chat.
Ayanda and Kipesile, if you still have a question, could you pop it in the chat for us, please? I do wonder, guys, is there anybody who can tell me in the chat what the letter for 9 is? If any of you know, can you pop it in the chat for me? Awesome, I'm seeing some answers. Bulela says it's O, and so does Sisona. So I think, look, I'm still muted. Oh no, okay. So wherever you guys see a 9, you need to go put an O and an O. There's another clue for you guys.
Yeah, I see 2 9s in the last word, don't you?
No, yes, I do.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's O. There's another clue for you guys. Let's see, who can tell me what 24 is? I don't know if you guys are that far yet. But if you guys, anybody can tell me what 24 is, and we can help out some of the others. Okay, and then I'm going to ask one of you guys to tell me how we got to 24. Oh, Bulela's so quick on the ball. I think Bulela has the answer for us already.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so many of you guys have it. Awesome. Lesego says it's Y. Bulela also says it's Y. Bulela, do you mind unmuting and tell us how you got to Y? I think I'm going to have to find you and ask you to unmute if you can.
I'll try and find Bulela. There we go. I've asked to unmute.
Oh, I see Munene. Munene's hand is up. Munene, do you have a question, or do you want to answer this question first? Oh, okay. Munene's not unmuting. Osono, I hope I'm saying your name correct. Can you unmute and tell us, how did we get to 24? Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry. Ma'am, can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly. Go for it.
Okay, ma'am, I did the one of 2/3 of 16, ma'am. How I got it
okay.
is by saying 16 times 3 divided by 2, ma'am. Then I got 24.
But the answer for 24 is actually y. Okay, remember you have to multiply the top with the top and the bottom with the bottom. So what is the number underneath 16, Chrono?
3, ma'am.
Oh, no,
one.
not underneath 2. It's 1, right? So if I multiply the top with the top, I'm going to have 2 times 16, which will give me how much? Do some mental maths quickly. 2 times 16?
It's 32, ma'am.
32.
Ma'am, is it 32?
And then, yes, 32. And then at the bottom, we would have 3 times the 1 underneath 16. And that would give us?
3, ma'am.
3 times 1? 3. So what we actually have is 32 over 3. Then I know that's an improper fraction. So I need to change that improper fraction into a mixed number. Okay. And that's how we're going to find out where R goes. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Let's try that one again. Awesome try though. Awesome try. Okay. All right, so Teacher Kat is back, guys, and we're going to continue. I hope you guys are getting the rest of the sum as we go on. So Teacher Kat, I think they solved the 9 question for us. So if you can put in the number or the letter, they all told us that it's O. So I think everywhere we see a 9, we can put an O in. And Shono just did R for us. And all she told us was that R is 32 over 3. So I think we need someone to turn that improper fraction into a mixed number for us. And then we'll know where it goes. Okay?
Okay. So she said R is?
32 over 3. Now we need someone to change that improper fraction into a mixed number for us. And I think Naomi may have this answer for us. I see her hand up.
Okay. Naomi?
Ma'am, sorry. I didn't even notice that my hand was up. I'm very sorry. It's just when you said my name.
I can't hear you anymore.
Ma'am?
Yes, there we go.
I am very sorry, but I didn't notice that my hand was up, and when ma'am said my name, I was very sorry.
Okay.
Sorry,
That's fine. That's fine. Okay. So Munene, do you have an answer for us?
No, ma'am, I have a question.
Okay.
Ma'am, for 7 times 2 over 12, ma'am, how would you get the answer to that?
7 times 2 over 12. This one for
Yes,
E.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you put 7 over 1, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Then you check, is it possible for you to cross cancel anything? Is there a number that goes into 7 and 12?
No, ma'am.
No, right? So you just multiply them through the way they are. So 7 times 2 is?
14.
14. And 12 times 1 is?
12.
12. So now there is a number that can go into 14 and 12, right? Do you agree?
Yes, ma'am.
What is the number?
2.
And how many times does it go into 14?
7 times.
7 times. How many times does it go into 12?
6 times.
6 times. 7 over 6. But that's an improper fraction. Do you agree?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you simplify that?
You'd say 1 over 6.
And 1. There we go. Do you feel better now?
Thank you.
Is there a 1 and 1 over 6 at the bottom? No.
No.
So we don't use this particular one, right? Okay, I think we can go ahead and give you guys the answer. And the answer is Captain Hookie. H-O-O-K and Y. So if you got that right, give me a thumbs up. If you understand where you went wrong, give me a thumbs up. Okay, there's quite a few thumbs up. I'm happy. Okay, we only have 2 minutes left. I have one that's quite easy. I think we can do it very quickly. Okay, so in this one, the numerator, which is the number at the top of a fraction, is represented by the colored section. So which of these 3 options are the correct answer? So let me do this one with you guys. So the numerator is 1, 2, 3, 4 over, there are 6 in total, but there is no 4 over 6, right? So we have to simplify. So what's 4 over 6 simplified? Okay, let's see. People have their hand up. Kanya, do you know what's 4 over 6 simplified? So Hofazo, you can go ahead and answer.
It's 2 over 3, ma'am.
2 over 3. Thank you very much. So the answer is that one. So you guys can try this one quickly. Remember, you only count the shapes you can see. So here in total, there are 1, 2, 3 shapes, right? So quickly, who knows the answer for number 2? If your hand is up, I assume you know the answer. I'm going to ask you to unmute. Okay, Naomi, do you have an answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what is the answer?
For the second one, it says 1 over 2. So we have to simplify it, ma'am.
For the second one, it's 1 over?
No, I'm saying it's 1 over 2.
Are you sure? How many shapes are there in total here? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
So it's 1 over 3. Not 2, right? The denominator is the numbers in total. How many shapes in total? Do you understand?
Okay, ma'am.
And then which fraction here is equivalent to 1 over 3? Okay, let's check. 3 goes into 3 once and it goes into 9 3 times. So this answer is correct. Okay, I think I fried you guys a little bit too much. That's where I'm going to conclude my lesson. Okay, I hope you guys sort of, I hope I picked your brain a little bit. Now our time is up and we'll see you guys back when, well done. Yeah, that's true, Teacher Lee. Well done, guys. I like the participation today. I like that you guys were giving answers and trying and everything. Big ups to you guys, okay? So we'll see you guys in the next sessions when school's open. And yeah, if you don't have a question, then good night, adios, and goodbye. Goodbye.